All right, this week we're going to try to ink Batman villain Killer Croc.
Oh, good.
For two reasons.
Yeah?
One, someone mentioned him in a comment once.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I thought it would be fun to draw him.
Right?
And two, he has always been one of my favorite Batman villains.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's scary. He's
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
monster.
he is,
We
yes.
draw monsters and villains a lot here,
Right.
so this is the
He
perfect
fits.
fit.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
he is also a character who is ripe for one of those Walt Disney redemptive prequels like they did with Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever Disney eventually buys DC Comics,
And they will.
yeah, they can do that for him because, listen to this, his
Yeah.
name is Waylon Jones.
Okay.
He was born with a birth defect, possibly a learning disability.
Okay.
His mother died in childbirth.
Oh, no.
His father abandoned him to his
Oh.
alcoholic and abusive aunt.
Oh, no.
He was bullied all through school. So, those Disney movies, they
yeah.
make you feel sorry for a villain who is so irredeemable.
Right.
They just have to throw the backstory in, the sad, sad backstory.
Yes.
And he has a very sad backstory.
That sounds like it,
almost
yes.
would understand why he ended up eating people.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. But yeah, so the sequel would be a rough one to get through. But Waylon Jones, Killer Croc,
Wow.
will try to do a good job inking him.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be using tech pens and brush pens
Okay.
and a brush. I will put
Oh,
all
good.
of this in the info.
Good.
And I just want to tell you that the way it's set up here, I am
Yeah.
placing Killer Croc in the sewer.
Oh,
he
good.
is lurking around in the depths of the sewer, in the
Yes.
shadows, because he is, for all intents and purposes, a monster.
Yes.
He is scary. He's a very
Oh, he
scary
is.
villain, like many of Batman's villains.
Right.
And I think it's important to do a scary villain this week because it's a theme.
Yeah.
Because in a little while, in a short bit, there's going to be another scary Batman villain that we're going to ink
Uh-huh.
for people's pleasure. And it's going to be inked by your terrified, shaking hand
Yes.
in an episode of one of the worst shows on the internet.
The worst.
Ink it or
stink
stink it. This is going to be a good one.
You see me holding a brush, and that's because you told me I had to brush on the inks.
Yes.
Mostly for this piece.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're getting too good at this. And I figured, we needed to give you that hurdle to jump.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I'm doing my inking, I'm still learning.
Right.
It's
yeah,
tough.
That's
and
true.
There's a learning curve with the brush. I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
a victim to that.
Right. I was shaky-handed the whole time.
You did seem very nervous.
I wanted to try it, but I was really nervous.
I remember I was hovering over your shoulder, telling you, relax. Just relax.
That really
What are you
calmed
doing?
me
What are
down.
you doing down there?
Right.
I wasn't really like that, but
No,
I
you
was
weren't.
there when this thing happened here
Oh.
with the finger.
Yeah. Let's
Ugh.
look at this
Yeah,
up close.
1, 2,
Gotta fill that in.
3.
Make it
Just
nice
keep-
and bold.
Eventually you'll get it. It's okay. It's okay. That happens to me too, all the time.
okay.
You should not be nervous.
That was terrible.
You did almost the entire piece. The line work was brushed.
Right.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't ink and who doesn't draw at all.
It's true. Thank you.
In fact, I should mention,
Yeah.
you drew that scarecrow. Based on another drawing that I had done, you
Right.
used it as reference, but
I
that's
did.
all your pencil work.
Yeah.
And it's all of your ink work. There
Yeah.
you are, spotting the blacks with the brush.
Right.
And then, to add insult to injury, I told you also
Yes.
had to ink wash. But you've done that before.
I have.
And you enjoy that.
I do.
And
yeah.
I think you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think?
I like doing the ink wash. Yeah, I think I was a little bit more confident with that, I think.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, I particularly like the way that you blended the light and shadow on the hat there. That's professional.
Thank you.
I think, I don't even know if I could have done that. Also, bold move with the hair shadow.
Oh, yeah, it needed
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it helped with the contrast.
Oh, yeah.
Very wise artistic decision.
Thank you.
But I do think this looks just like the Scarecrow.
Oh, thank you.
Now, are you yourself scared
Yeah.
about how the judges will vote?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, let's take a look.
Okay. Well, I agree.
I don't.
That hand.
I don't. I think the judges were off their rockers. I think that you did a good job. I mean, you're a novice.
Thank you. Yeah.
I do think you do have a shaky hand.
I do.
And I know you had some problems around the finger there.
Right.
And that was probably your biggest error.
Right.
But, I have shaky hand too sometimes.
Yeah.
So, maybe I'm going to earn a stink at the end of this video.
We'll see. And I see it. You don't look like you have a shaky hand here. You're doing that very professionally.
Well, I mean, I think there's a big difference between I'm doing the background, I'm doing some atmospheric stuff, I'm doing, hatching and scrumbling and, weird stuff in the background.
Okay.
But you were doing a very smooth line along the fingers.
I'm trying
and, my hand can shake all at once in this section of my drawing.
Right.
And it really won't make a difference.
Okay.
I could drop the brush and you wouldn't be able to tell that I made a mistake. But, that's just the way it goes.
Right.
And the more you do it, hopefully, the better you get.
That's absolutely true.
Now, you see I'm going really heavy with the shadows on the stonework and in the sewer water.
Oh, yeah.
And when I first started this, I was not quite as heavy-handed with the main character.
Right.
So we may have to go back in later and increase some of the shadows here to make it all match.
Okay.
Speaking of shadows, there is someone lurking back here in the shadow. I'm not sure if you've seen him yet. But the world's greatest detective is on to Whalen. He knows what's going on.
That's great.
He's on his tail. He's hot on his tail.
Oh, good.
In the cold, cold waters of the Gotham sewer system.
Nice.
Now, we talk about people hanging out in these dark, dank sewers.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of the things that we enjoy doing when we go on vacation. And we will be maybe perhaps taking a small summer break.
Right.
Because apparently the world has opened up and there are people who are now going out and enjoying their lives.
They are, right?
And I don't know how they're doing it without watching our videos, but apparently that is what's happening. No one's really staying home and watching YouTube videos.
Yes.
So maybe over the next couple of months, the videos may be sporadic at best.
Right.
But we are not stopping what we're doing.
No.
We have a stack of things we're working on that we want to, maybe take a little more time with some of these videos.
Oh, yeah.
Because they may be a little more elaborate.
Right.
And we really are excited to show you some of the stuff we've been working on.
So excited.
So, we're not disappearing.
Right.
Can't get rid of us that easily. But we do appreciate everyone who's watching the videos.
Oh, yes.
And we hope to see you back in just a few short weeks.
Yes.
With some really, truly fun stuff that we've been trying out. Now let's take a look at Killer Croc and see how I did with this inking thing.
Yes. And there he is, Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
I like him. I think you did a great job.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind it.
Right? The blacks, the water, the tunnel.
The shadows, the texture.
The contrast. I like
the
it.
Batman that kind of reveals himself as you look at the picture. I'm second guessing some of my choices here.
Okay.
But that's how you improve, by doing and evaluating. Still, this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this.
Oh, good. I really
like the way
like
the
it.
reflections came out.
Oh, yeah.
I like the way the textures came out.
Yes.
And I like the way Killer Croc came out.
He's great.
That's fine. And I'm actually kind of glad that someone mentioned this in the comments.
Me
because
too.
I might not have drawn him otherwise.
Right.
All right. Great.
Good.
And good job on your scarecrow,
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Couple of Batman villains in the bag.
Yes.
Now, get your hip waders on because we're going to hit the sewers for some summer fun.
Oh, good.
See you soon, everybody.
Yes.